Ram Ram everyone. Welcome to Enthusiastic Spiritual Series. Let's welcome Shiv Kumarji to give us a discourse on Bhagavad Gita based on Swami Ramanand teachings. Thank you all for joining us. Bhaiya, it is for you to please start. Thank you.
Shri Ram Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahm Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. Ram Ram to everyone joining this session. I will start with reciting a bhajan. प्याला न छलक जाए न जाए प्याला न छलक जाए सतगुरु के दीवानों का प्याला न छलक जाए लाई हूँ फूल चुन कर तेरे दर पे चढ़ाने को गुरु जी तेरे दर पे चढ़ाने को सर अब तो झुक गया है सर अब तो झुक गया है नहीं काम उठाने का प्याला न छलक जाए न जाए प्याला न छलक जाए सतगुरु के दीवानों का प्याला न छलक जाए कनखल ही बन गया है कनखल ही बन गया है मैं खाना दीवानों का गुरु जी मैं खाना दीवानों का भर भर के तू पिला दे भर भर के तू पिला दे नहीं होश में आने का प्याला न छलक जाए सतगुरु के दीवानों का प्याला न छलक जाए तेरे दर पे जो भी आया वो दीवाना बन गया है गुरु जी वो तुम्हारा बन गया है तेरे दर पे जो भी आया वो दीवाना बन गया है तुमको तो सब खबर है तुमको तो सब खबर है क्या हाल दीवानों का प्याला न छलक जाए न जाए प्याला न छलक जाए सतगुरु के दीवानों का मेरे साकिया बता दे मेरे साकिया बता दे वो शराब कौन सी है मेरे साकिया बता दे वो शराब कौन सी है जिसे पी के सारी दुनिया जिसे पी के सारी दुनिया तेरे दर पे झूमती है जिसे पी के सारी दुनिया तेरे दर पे झूमती है प्याला न छलक जाए न जाए प्याला न छलक जाए सतगुरु के दीवानों का प्याला न छलक जाए. Shri Ram. Now we are at verse 2.17. अविनाशी तु तद्विद्धि येन सर्वमिदं ततम विनाशमव अव्ययस्यास्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति. अविनाशी तु तद्विद्धि येन सर्वमिदं ततम विनाशमव्ययस्यास्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति. अविनाशी तु तद्विद्धि. What is embodied within this frame? What is embodied? Which is within this? That is soul. So that is avinashi, which is indestructible, which cannot be destroyed. Soul cannot be destroyed. Avinashi tu tadviddhi. You know that it is indestructible. Yen sarvam idam tatam, which is permeable, which is pervaded in all this, which is pervaded in this body also. When soul is there, then it permeates through each part and parcel of body, each cell of body, muscles of body, bones of body, in mental capacity, in other capacity, in logical capacity, or everywhere, in senses also and in body also. It is pervaded. So that embodied soul pervades. Yen sarvam idam tatam, which pervades in all these things. If soul is not there, then this is dead. Then it cannot do anything. It cannot perceive anything. It cannot recognize any stimuli or anything in this material world. It is very well said that Jaan hai to Jahan hai. So it is only the soul due to which we can perceive anything or sense anything. So, avinashi tu tadviddhi yen sarvam idam tatam vinasham avyayasyasya. Vinasham, destroy, avyayasyasya, which is indestructible, which is imperishable. Who can destroy it? Vinasham avyayasyasya, which is avyay, which cannot be spent. So vinasham avyayasyasya na kashit, nobody. Kashit, anybody. Na means no. None of us can destroy this imperishable soul. Arhati. So arhati means no one is able to destroy this imperishable embodied soul. So what is the literal meaning of this? But know that to be indestructible, by which all this is pervaded, none can bring about the destruction of this immutable. Even it cannot be mutated. Nothing, even it cannot be distorted. Soul is untouchable. We cannot reach up to the soul. By these senses, by logical mind, by our mental capacity, we cannot reach the soul. So when we cannot reach up to it, then how can we distort it? How can we mutate it? So it is immutable. So nothing of the material world, neither fire can burn it, neither water can dampen it, neither wind can dry it, because these are impermeable to soul. They cannot reach up to soul. Hence, soul is unaffected by it. It is eternal. So it is eternal and it is unborn. It is from since the creation of universe. So that's why it is the soul whose nature is pristine, whose nature is pure, whose nature is pious, and nothing of the world is can affect it. Such is the emphasis is given by Lord Krishna. Shri Krishna establishes the relationship between the body and soul. So saying that soul pervades the body, soul pervades the body. So it is the capacity that is the inhabitant, the owner of house can reach to any corner of house, can do any rectification of house, but house has no capacity to affect the owner. Owner can also change the house, but house cannot shift. So if the house becomes very old and then it is destroyed, so it is the owner is never affected by changing the house. Similarly, during transmigration from one body to other, when this body is unfit, we transmigrate, and during this the soul is not affected. So Sri Krishna establishes the relationship between body and soul by saying that soul pervades the body. Soul can use the body because this body is equipment which is made for soul to use it. This soul is sentient. That means it possesses consciousness. So soul is sentient. It has chetana. So soul is sentient, and that's why our body looks sentient, because soul permeates it, it pervades it. That's why every part of the body is sentient. In the similar manner, like this world, so that is Sat Chit Anand. Our Lord is Chetan, Chit. So it permeates through every part of the world, though it is material world, and that's why the leaves are shattering and everything is moving and chemically changing. Why it is so? Because it is the Lord which permeates through it by Maya. So it is due to Maya. The Lord itself only is manifesting in all these material worlds. That's why this world looks beautiful. However, without Lord's permeation, it was never possible. In the similar manner, we are Anuchit, Anusat, Anu Anand. So our soul is Anuchit, Anusat, Anu Anand. We are the smaller part. We are only a part of it, a spark of it. That's why it is said so. So then also we are having the same properties, but in smaller amount. So this permeates and the body becomes Chetan. It becomes consciousness, full of consciousness. Soul passes the quality of consciousness to body as well as by residing in it. Hence, the soul pervades the body by spreading the consciousness everywhere in it. It very well is visible from outside that owner is living in this house or not. If owner leaves the house, then anybody can say this house is vacant, nobody lives here. And if owner is there, then it is quite shiny. House itself is quite shiny, it looks good. And if owner is not there, then anybody can say this house is vacant. Similar is the manner our body is shiny, face is full of cosmetics and shiny, lustrous. Why it is so? It is due to our soul, which is Chit, which is full of consciousness, which is Chetan. Verse 2.18. अंतवंत इमे देहा नित्यस्योक्ता शरीरिणः अनाशिनो प्रमेयस्य तस्मात् युध्यस्व भारत. अंतवंत इमे देहा. So this is antavantah. So having an end. These bodies are having an end. Whatever is born, one day it will get destroyed. Some of the English writer has said this, that as true as death. So it is the death. It is the death which is explicitly the truest thing in the world. So if we have to say or verify something that is it true, then you can say, you can emphasize your word that it is as true as death, because anybody who has taken birth will ultimately get perish. He will ultimately get destroyed, will ultimately get die. So in the similar manner, antavant, ime deha, these bodies will ultimately antavant. Antavant means having an end. This body will end. Whatever is born will have an end. Like our dream. Dream is starting when we are slept and it get perished. So when we awaken up, so in the similar manner, what is started, what has started will have an end in the similar manner as we have taken birth. So we will have an end. So it is the dvand. So it is the duality by which this word is manifested. So both the extreme ends are there. Here also it is the janma and mrityu, the birth and death are the two ends. And we are moving from one end to other end. Antavant ime deha nityas yokta sharirina. So sharirina nityas yokta sharirina. Sharirina, the embodied soul. So the for this embodied soul, these bodies are having an end. So it nityas yokta sharirina. So eternally nitya ukta sharirina. For nitya means eternal. Eternal, that is, it is the antonym of ephemeral. So one is ephemeral and other is eternal. Eternal means shashwat, which is from beginning and it is up to end. That is eternal. So for this eternal soul, these bodies are having an end. Antavant ime deha nityas yokta sharirina anashino. Aprameyasya, these are anashino, that is indestructible. Aprameyable, immeasurable. We cannot measure it. We cannot reach the soul. Like a horse runs however faster, cannot take off. So it is the capacity of horse to run faster, but it will not take off like aircraft. Similar is our these bodies. How can we measure the soul? By our mental capacity, our logic, or by our senses? We cannot measure. We cannot permeate the soul. In the similar manner, it is anashino. It is indestructible, imperishable. अप्रमेयस्य unmeasurable. अगर शनावर है तो क्यों मुझसे चुराता है नजर, मैं समंदर हूं किसी रोज खंगालो मुझको. Like Lord says, if you are a scuba diver, then why you are playing hide and seek with me? मैं समंदर हूं किसी रोज खंगालो मुझको, and I am sea, come and measure my depth. Similar is we, because it is said that the God is immeasurable. In the similar manner, it's a spark, that is the soul is also immeasurable. We cannot measure it. Many of the scientists have done that. A dying person is kept inside a glass and the person has died without even breaking the glass. So that is the subtle nature of soul, that it needs no material thing to surpass or transmigrate from one place to other. It has no need to break even the glass. The person had died and without breaking the glass, soul comes out from here. So this is the beauty of soul. It is indestructible and it is subtle in nature. It cannot be measured also. Anashino aprameyasya tasmad yuddhasya bharata. When the soul cannot be destroyed, so O Bharat, O descendant of Bharat, that is the hierarchically if we say, then it is the Bharat, the great king, the great ruler, and the descendant of Kuru dynasty was Arjun only. So Lord Krishna is saying, addressing Arjun as Bharat. So O Bharat, tasmat yuddhasva. So go for fight, go for war, because this embodied soul is indestructible. Then why are you worrying for it? And bodies are destructible. So when bodies are destructible, they will get destroyed. And embodied soul is indestructible. It is never getting destroyed. So why are you worrying? Go for war. Literal meaning is this: these destructible bodies are said to belong to everlasting, indestructible, indeterminable embodied one. So the meaning is this: these destructible bodies belongs to. So it belongs to, this body belongs to me. So this destructible body belongs to everlasting, indestructible, indeterminable. It cannot be determined physically that how much shape is, what is size, nobody can determine. So embodied one, therefore, O descendant of Bharat, join the battle. So such was the instruction given by Lord to his disciple. The gross body is factually made from mud. We are made from mud. How we are made from mud? Because mud, the trees are growing. Then from these trees only cows are taking grass. And from those cows, milk is coming out and we are taking milk. In this way, we grow. So ultimately, it can be said that we are made from mud only, because the better part of mud is only we are taking. So here, it transforms into our body. So it is not an exaggeration that if it is said that body is created with mud. And at the time of death, the soul departs. So there are many methods to complete the biogeochemical cycle. How ultimately we will perish into mud, we will dissolve into mud. Some are burying it. If we are buried, then the creamy, then the worms are eating us. And ultimately, we are perished, or we are mixed into mud. And other way, by burning. If we are burnt, then our ashes are mixed into mud. Some are uh, simply throwing it in water bodies, then also the fishes are eating, and ultimately their excreta is a mud only. So whatever way we are disposed of, ultimately we are converted into mud only, and in this way we are taking birth from mud and ultimately perish into mud. It is said, माटी से तो तू है उपजा, माटी में मिल जाएगा, जीवन का कौन ठिकाना रे. So 4 दिनों का तू है मुसाफिर, ना कर तू मन माना रे, जीवन का कौन ठिकाना रे. So it is very well said that we have taken birth from mud and ultimately get perished into mud. Now, here now, which ultimately merges into mud of the seabed. In this manner, the mud undergoes an amazing cycle of the world. It is the world in which we are born and ultimately perish. It is the cycle of mud only. So it gets transformed into embodied and ultimately return back to mud. So within the material body is an eternal imperishable entity is there, which is not made from us, which is divine one, and that is the real self. It is the real self. So within us, though, when gift comes, then it is the value of gift. However, when wrappers is opened, then there is no value of wrapper. Within whatever is this, that is having a value. When other wrapper is open, that is also a waste. Then we want to see what is inside it. And ultimately, when wrappers are opened, then whatever comes, that is the statue of Lord Ganesh or anything, that gift is having the real value, and ultimately wrappers are thrown out. When the Lord Ganesh is again gifted to someone, then we again wrap it with various papers, decorative papers. But those are not having value. The value is ultimately of the statue, the sculpture of Lord Ganesh or gift. Similar is with us. Our value is with the value of embodied soul. Now, yainam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhauto na vijanito nayam hantina hanyate ya enam veti hantaram. The one who veti, who knows it hantaram, that it can be killed. Yacha enam manyate hatam. Hantaram means the one who knows that it can kill somebody. Hantaram, it can kill somebody. And the other, yascha enam manyate hatam. The other one who knows it that it can be killed. The one who knows that it can kill somebody, and the other one who knows that it can be killed. Ubhautau na vijanito. Both of them are not knowing. Neither it is the killer and not it can be killed. So Arjun was thinking that I am the killer. I will be the killer if I go for war. So Lord Krishna is saying the person who is knowing that it is killer, so it can kill the soul and those will be killed. Ubhautau na vijanito. Both of them are not knowing. Ubhautau na vijanito nayam hantina hanyate. Neither it can kill anybody. Nayam hantina hanyate, or not it will be killed. It can be slain, or not it is a slainer, not it can be slain. So both of them are not knowing. Literal meaning is he who thinks of this one as a killer and he who thinks of this one as killed, both of them do not know. This one does not kill, nor it is killed. So the illusion of death is created because we identify ourselves with body. We identify ourselves with body. So if body has gone, we are thinking that everything has gone. But our identity is not the body. We are eternal. We change body. That soul is this, and bodies are just coming and sliding over it. They are sliding down. One body is sliding, other body is down. But this soul remains same. And by sliding, like this is a vessel, and sliding with something which can rub this vessel to make it shiny. Why we slide the vessels with some scrubber? So our body is scrubbing the soul, and there is a need to scrub the soul. If the soul is not scrubbed, ultimately it will get rusted, and when it is shiny, ultimately when it becomes that is pristine, pious, it will ultimately get submerged into the Lord. So that is the reason, because we have to embrace our source. That's why such things are necessary. So such scrubbing is necessary. So bodies are scrubbing it. So if it is not there, this pattern is not there, then our evolution is not possible. Illusion of death is created because we identify ourselves with body. If we dream our head getting cut, so here one thing is there. Though this is a transcendental knowledge, this is the Sankhya chapter 2. So in one family, one person has died. Then many of them are wailing. So one person came and said, no, don't wail, because embodied soul is eternal. So Atma Amar hai, vilap mat karo. But then also those persons keep on wailing. Ve vilap karte rahe. And that person guided them, don't wail. Atma Amar hai, don't wail. But they are keep on weeping. 2-3 months passed. The person who came in their house, somebody died in their house. Now that person start wailing. This person has gone. No, don't wail. This soul is imperishable. It is eternal. Atma Amar hai, don't wail. But then that person start wailing. So by literally we are knowing that soul is imperishable. But by heart we do not know that it is imperishable. So don't go forward until we experience it. So Atmanyevatmana Tushta. So Atmanyevatmana Tishta. So when we get seated within our soul, then only we can feel, yes, this is the soul which is imperishable. So illusion of death is created because we identify ourselves with body. If we dream our head cutting, dream, if we are seeing that our head is cut, then that effect remains even after awakening for some times, until we realize that it is dream. When we realize that it is dream, then that effect goes. In the similar manner, whatever is born like dream, it started and ultimately ended. In the similar manner, we are born, we will die. So it is a long dream. That's why we cannot perceive it as a gross. We cannot see completely. That's why we at certain times get eluded. So in the similar manner, there is always a fear of death within us, that if one day we would die, and that is the fear in everybody. Though this is inevitable, death is inevitable, then also everybody fears it. And in fact, uh, anybody is it is the basic instinct to save the body in odd circumstances. So because though death is inevitable, then also it is tendency of us to save it, so that because within us the soul is living, so that's why there is a tendency to save our body. So here also it is said, but in certain circumstances it becomes compulsory to kill the other one. If snake is coming and is biting you, then it is compulsory to kill it. And or odd circumstances when you have to save your life. So the Lord Krishna is saying to Arjun that it is odd circumstances. Those persons want to kill you, those persons want to corrupt your society, those are the wrong rulers. So here it is your duty to kill them. So Lord Krishna is instructing them, Arjuna, to kill them. Veda also considers that killing an animal, it is not good, because it is the inhabitant, because soul is living in it, so it is not good to kill anybody. Here Lord Krishna is saying that it is justified to kill them, as they are corrupting the society. They have tried to kill you. Now, my sister Pooja will recite a bhajan for us.
राम राम सबको। श्री राम। नाम जप ले निमानिए जिंदे की अख वेले काम आएगा। नाम जप ले निमानिए जिंदे की अख वेले काम आएगा। मेरे सारिया दुखा दारू की एक पुड़ी राम नाम दी। हाँ मेरे सारिया दुखा दारू की एक पुड़ी राम नाम दी। नाम जप ले निमानिए जिंदे की अख वेले काम आएगा। लखा तर गए लखावे तर जाना। लखा तर गए लखावे तर जाना कि जिन तेरा नाम जपया। हाँ लखा तर गए लखावे तर जाना कि जिन तेरा नाम जपया। नाम जप ले निमानिए जिंदे कि अख वेले काम आएगा। नाम जप ले निमानिए जिंदे कि अख वेले काम आएगा। सतगुरा ने जहाज बनाया। सतगुरा ने जहाज बनाया कि आओ जिन्हें पार लगना, सतगुरा ने जहाज बनाया कि आओ जिन्हें पार लगना। नाम जप ले निमानिए जिंदगी अख वेले काम आएगा। नाम जप ले निमानिए जिंदगी कि अख वेले काम आएगा। श्री राम।
श्री राम। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। न त्वं कामये राज्यं न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं, कामये दुःखतप्तानां प्राणिनामार्तनाशनं। त्वदिष्टं भवतु गोविन्द, त्वदिष्टं भवतु गोविन्द, न त्वमदिष्टं पाहि मां रक्ष मां रक्ष। तेरी इच्छा हम सब।
राम राम। राम राम शिव कुमार। राम राम पूजा। राम राम। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Bhaiya. If anybody has any questions, you're free to
राम
ask Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhaiya. Ram Ram, everyone.
राम।
राम राम।